Next up is Erika to talk more about our communication services.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Erika Cox, and I'm the Director of Customer and Technology Experience. And I'll be presenting some fun facts as well as project highlights in the communications utility. Established in 1997 to ensure Muscatine businesses and homes would have access to state-of-the-art communication services, the communications utility operates in a competitive environment where customers have a choice in service providers or can choose not to have any communication services at all. With over 10,000 homes served, 80% of residents choose MPW for one or more of their communications needs. With construction finished on our Fiber to the Home project, we now have 565 miles of fiber deployed throughout the Muscatine area. That truly is fiber to every home and sets Muscatine apart from other communities. It takes thousands of pieces of equipment to transmit signals and make our internet, TV, and phone services work in your home or business. From hundreds of pieces of interconnected equipment in our network operations center to thousands of pieces of customer premise equipment, it's pretty amazing how well things work when you consider the number of potential failure points. Overall reliability is continuing to improve as parts of the legacy system and associated equipment are shut down. Fiber is a more reliable delivery system. Things that will impact fiber services most in the field will be accidental fiber cuts and squirrel chews. Inside plant is most vulnerable to a hardware failure or miscommunication between pieces of equipment. Initiatives you'll hear later in our strategic plan will help us minimize those exposures. Most maintenance work is scheduled overnight to minimize impact on our customers. We proactively monitor anomalies in service delivery. The communications team replaced a span of vulnerable fiber on Fulham Avenue before it became customer impacting. Server infrastructure was upgraded, adding more capacity for both our corporate and ISP networks. In February of this year, a fourth bandwidth path was added. This provided more reliability by adding path diversity to Muscatine and increased overall bandwidth from 30 gig to 40 gig, an increase that would soon be needed to meet additional bandwidth usage as workers and students transition to remote work in March. We experienced a 66% increase in bandwidth usage in the second quarter, and we saw another spike this quarter with a significant conversion of customers from our legacy system onto the fiber system. Our team worked on balancing the bandwidth load on our internal network and began planning for an increase in external bandwidth with a new 100 gig bandwidth path. These changes position our system to meet increased demand as the final customers transition to the fiber network. By being as far as we were with the fiber project and making these planned expansions, Muscatine fared very well compared to other communities where providers could not keep up with increased demand. This will be our last Power Breakfast update on our Fiber to the Home project, and although this update will be short, I want to underscore the large number of resources from MPW and AEG that pulled together to accomplish what we did in 2020. We have an extremely focused core team pictured here that worked throughout many challenges this year. We lost about 10 weeks of work from March through June during the COVID shutdown. However, when work resumed, we had a very productive summer for construction, even with crews being pulled off to support regional derecho recovery efforts. Our good summer turned into a very productive fall for customer installs. Our remaining 900 or so customers should be fully converted to the all-fiber system in January, and final work will include field cleanup and removal of legacy equipment from the field and our NOC. An internal outage dashboard places dots on a map when a customer's ONT is not receiving a signal. This example shows several small outage areas, which likely means fiber damage and was, in fact, a squirrel chew. This map helps us determine the scope of the outage and direct technicians more quickly to the correct area to look for damage and start service restoration. Over the next year, a public-facing map will be developed so customers can see if there is a known outage in their neighborhood. Our corporate website is undergoing a massive revamp. With the theme of being local and living in the same community as our customers, the new site is welcoming and engaging with a lot more personality. By looking at who is engaging with our website and what information is accessed the most, we set the following goals for our new website. More call to actions for customers who choose to self-serve will be located throughout the site. Reduce the copy and chunk more information into cards for easier navigation, and update the imagery and color scheme to appeal to multiple demographics. We continue to evolve to meet customers at their service level preference. from offering person-to-person service to fully self-service options. In 2021, we'll be working on the following projects: upgrading our fixed wireless system for rural customers, and along with the electric and water utilities, communications infrastructure will be moved to support the city's Park Avenue 4-3 road project. With our current service area converted to fiber, we'll extend our fiber infrastructure in the coming years to unserved neighborhoods in and around Muscatine. Implementing a centralized router management system for our successful and growing Wi-Fi and home service. We'll transition our direct inward dial extensions to our enterprise phone service in advance of offering that service to other medium and large businesses in town. And we'll begin a project to update our customer information and billing system. Originally installed in 1992, this conversion project is targeted to go live at the end of 2022 with expected business process efficiencies and some of the same customer experience improvement goals as our website redesign project.